AM 560. The Answer.
Bum, 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 Iran. Bum, 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 Iran.
Squirrel. Vince Vance is the name of that band. And I remember hearing it on radio. And the reason was, Squirrel, Iran had kidnapped, tortured our citizens for 444 days. 444 days. The nation was so disgusted. Not just because of the inflation in the economy of that moron, that simp, Jimmy Carter, but at his absolute and complete weakness that he was.
But we will not rest nor deviate from our efforts until all have been freed from their imprisonment and their abuse. We hold the government of Iran fully responsible.
As he bribed them. And right after Ronald Reagan won, first of all, that song came out. And that moron called the Ayatollah.
Can we get rid of this Ayatollah T-shirt? Khomeini died years ago.
But Marge, it works on any Ayatollah. Ayatollah Nakbada, Ayatollah Zahedi. Even as we speak, Ayatollah Razmara and his cadre of fanatics are consolidating their power.
And there was another Khomeini. They released him because they knew they'd get their ass kicked. And that's exactly what Donald Trump represented. And the idea you could come to some sort of an agreement. You can't come to an agreement with an Iranian any more than you can a Democrat. Their word means nothing.
I don't understand why they like him so much. Because he clearly don't like them. Because when 42 million people, and I know some of them had to be MAGA, when they needed to line up to get their EBT, and it wasn't nothing there.
Shut your ghetto snipe ass up. When you talk about EBT, some people are forced to deal with it, especially under that moron, dimwit, election thief, fraud, traitor Joe Biden. But most people aren't proud of being on welfare. People of character aren't. Only Democrats are.
So, I don't like Trump. He's taken everything I worked for. Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP. I paid all that. I paid into it. I didn't used to work, but I only make $300 a week.
If you make $300 a week and you paid nothing, you moron. You got more in a rebate called a refund than you ever paid in. You're just a Chicago Democrat. Proud about it.
I don't make $100,000 a year in his category, so I'm poor. So he says I'm lazy. That's not right.
So does your doctor, you 400-pound fat ass. He's one of those guys that goes to Walmart and has to put his big fat ass on the little rascal because he's too fat to walk down the aisle. Never made $1 in his life.
No, I understand.
You know, I'm on disability and stuff because I can't work anymore.
Get a lotto.
I'm messed up. It's too. We can't work.
Yeah, because his dairy cow wife, she's on her own disability. So what does this one fat ass Chicago Democrat couple cost society?
But he thinks we should. So you think that's a good president? He's a pedophile. He rapes 12-year-old girls. But it's
funny when they say that. You know what they talk about? They're talking about the Epstein file. And nobody talks about the only president that we know is a rapist. But moreover, 17 times Epstein. 17 times Epstein went to the White House. There's pictures of him and Bill, not just in a hot tub, but with matching shirts on. And not a rat Democrat Chicago sloth gives a rip. Because Bill Clinton could shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and never lose a vote.
I just finished testifying in front of the House Oversight Committee. I did it for 2 reasons.
This should be a syphilis warning commercial. He's at stage 4. Listen to him, Squirrel.
First, I love my country.
Sure you do.
Including our Constitution.
Sure you do.
And America was built on the idea that no person is above the law.
No person? You kind of skirted it, didn't you, scumbag?
In England, I experimented with marijuana a time or two, and I didn't like it, and didn't inhale, and never tried it again.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Wrong.
Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false.
First, I had no idea of the crimes Epstein was committing. No matter how many photos they show of me, I have two things that at the end of the day matter far more than any interpretation.
Shut your rat ass up. I always knew what you were, cokehead thief.
So, the bread's in the pudding.
Where?
So people like you like him. I don't understand. And you see the stuff on TV every day, all the problems that he's causing.
Oops, sorry.
Not causing me any problems, so.
Well, he's causing the whole country problems. Like I'm from Chicago, so Brisker says he's killing 40 million people by taking away Medicaid. It's true. You gotta see what's going on. Live the shirt.
Yeah.
You're not a Trump lover, are you?
I love myself.
But you gotta love what you're getting from like Obama.
I don't let none of that affect me, sir.
Well, it affects me.
I put myself in situations where I don't have to rely on anybody.
Well, I can't work.
I understand that.
I don't want the stuff. I need it.
Got you. I
I'm not
understand.
greedy. I don't want it. I need it. And he's taking away what I need. He's really
How are you paying for your vacation?
Well, I got disability.
You need it, fathead. I don't give a rip if you sit in a gutter like a guppy. Fat, useless slob. Also known as a Chicago Democrat. Carrie, Crown Point.
Sean, this is why I voted for Trump. He's like Mr. Miyagi. Venezuela was wax on. Iran is wax off. With China, we got to sweep the leg.
Exactly. And we're destroying the infrastructure of drug distribution that went right to Mena, Arkansas, which is why Bill Clinton got a pass all those years. Scumbag. 312-642-5600.
Broadcasting from the petri dish of corruption known as the state of Illinois.
In the upper Midwest, the nation, and around the world.
This is the Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.